Welcome to another episode of Digital Edge. Just three average Joes talking crypto. This is not financial advice. We're just here to share our experience and what we know. Welcome back to 2021 first episode.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New all-time
We've made
high.
it. New all-time highs across the board.
My 30,000 prediction was like 3 weeks off.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's right.
Yeah.
I still owe you an ETH.
Yeah, we were a little off.
That ETH has tripled.
Well, you can't tell.
I'll just take a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is the market update?
All right, market update
Where
right
we
now.
at time right now?
All right, so there's a lot to be said right here. Let's start off with market cap. Total market cap is at $880 billion.
Oh, my
Wow.
So we're
goodness.
120 away from a trillion.
Wow.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I was thinking 2 trillion by the end of the year. It's going to hit way more than 2 trillion.
Oh, dude, it's gonna hit more than 2
This is
trillion.
like a super parabolic or whatever what they call it. It's a
Parabolic.
parabolic, but there's
Super
a
parabolic.
super cycle. I saw a guy
Super
on,
cycle.
not trying to interrupt you. It's called a super cycle. There's never been a super cycle.
What does that mean?
Like,
It's the golden bull run, baby.
when I hear the word super cycle, I think pumps.
Yeah, I was about to say. Think of when you're lifting, it's a super cycle or superset.
Superset.
This is the crypto superset.
A super cycle.
This is going to be a quad set.
It's gonna be
Back
a
to
lot
back.
of new millionaires. I know that.
24-hour volume is 183 billion. That's stupid.
That's a quarter of the market cap all-time high.
And
Yeah.
that's
3 years ago.
that's so crazy, dude. It
3
was.
years ago.
It was that market cap when we got in.
I was about Well, we were sub 100,
Yeah.
sub 100
Yeah.
billion,
And it's trading.
and it's
double
trading
that
double
much,
that
yeah.
right now.
How far we came? 4 years.
Dominance for Bitcoin is 68%.
We need that like 50.
We need about 42.
Well, yeah, 50 would be nice to see first.
Yeah.
ETH dominance is at 14%.
Wow.
Just some things that have happened since the last time we've done this. Bitcoin's new all-time high is 34,000. ETH crossed 1,000.
Hold on, Bitcoin is up 50% in the last month.
Mhm.
Yeah, 3
Yeah.
weeks, I think.
No, I think it's 2x in the last month.
Yeah, it was 17 when we were.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like
because
100%.
we had like an emergency
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, it hit 23 something.
Yeah, and I think that was the last time.
That super cycle, baby.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
And,
my goodness.
You know, there have been more countless institutions getting in.
Yeah.
And we were hypothesizing before we started this that we think that there are some people possibly in government munching, and who else did we say?
Talking about the.
They're probably fudding it
yeah, because
just because if they buy in, they have
can't.
to
Right.
They have to show what they have.
Yeah. Yeah, all U.S. officials had to show their
Yeah.
Their
what they own,
holdings.
their holdings. So the last thing you can do is be the Treasury Secretary. But I own $1 billion. He's a multi-billionaire, so
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much. Eventually, he'll have exposure if he doesn't already have it in his trust.
Yeah, and I'm sure that there's some of that going on. Well, it's like we were saying, Michael Saylor has taken up an enormous position, and he's like saying he's very public and vocal about it. But think he's one guy with one small company. You know how much money he's made in the past?
More than he's ever.
It's 500. It was like $500 million
Wow.
that his Bitcoin holdings have increased since all this.
Well, I mean, that's in like 2-3 months too.
Yeah,
Because when we were at 10K in October.
yeah. I mean, and he was.
Man, I should have got a bank loan when it was 3,000. I was so close
Yeah.
to doing it.
We should have sold everything.
I just you got the little ones
Alas.
at home.
Yeah,
You got to think
hindsight.
about the kids.
Did y'all see
man.
the conversation with Elon and Michael Saylor on Twitter?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see that.
So he was saying like Elon's like, are big purchases of Bitcoin possible?
Yeah, he was joking. right?
I don't think he was joking,
You
dude.
think he was being?
Well, so I saw another interview of Michael Saylor, and he was saying, like, the guy was like, so did you help Elon buy any? And he was like, I'm not at the liberty to discuss mine and Elon's conversation. And it's
Basically,
like,
yes.
like, dude, there's so many.
Wink, wink.
You got to. No matter if you,
You
don't
have,
even
they,
like
they're
it.
gonna have.
You
to.
got to hedge. You got that
Yeah.
much liquidity and cash.
Yeah.
You cannot just sit there and think you're a kingpin, and then over here this one starts rising, this one goes away one day. I mean, then you're worth nothing.
Well, look what just happened. We got another stimulus.
Yeah, I'm tired of that money printing.
I mean,
Well-
they didn't even print that much this time.
Well, they didn't even.
It was
yeah.
$900 billion.
Well, I mean, per taxpayer.
Well, it depends which country you're from. If you're from Egypt, I don't know how much they got, but I think it was a little. But anyway, that's a different topic for a different podcast. But that has a lot to do with what's going on. And dude, I'm reading this book right now called The Tao of Capital, and this is why y'all, the flurry of texts y'all got last night, y'all were one of 3 chats that I'm in that got similar text. And I mean, dude, I'm starting just with my other stuff portfolio, starting to reconfigure it because the cycle right now, this might carry on for a little bit longer because you got to think, we had 2008, we had a ton of money printing, they bailed the banks out, citizens got whatever stimulus back then.
We hadn't had a recession since
Have not had a recession.
2008.
Well, this
12
year's
years.
recession doesn't really count, in my opinion. I mean,
It's
the
not
Dow
re-
did drop
it's
in
not a
half.
recession.
Well, so here's
Yeah,
the
that's
thing.
just a
That's just
black
pandemic.
swan.
My
Yeah.
401k, which is the only stocks that I own because I'm strictly crypto, and it is up 30% this year. Possibly the worst economic year our country's ever had. And my portfolio is up 31%.
Something ain't right, yeah.
Yeah.
Something's not right at all. So it just tells me,
Jeff Berwick.
oh, dude, so this book,
Just keep going.
so the book is talking about, it's talking about Austrian economics, and which is
Yeah.
like the natural forces of an economy, and how when you have things, now COVID might be a little bit different, where I don't know if there should or shouldn't be intervention. That was a crazy. This is a crazy
Yeah.
circumstance, so I don't know
Yeah.
the right answer there as far as the
Because
stimulus.
things were rolling.
Things
before
were rolling.
COVID, I mean,
But the thing is that we haven't allowed, so they should have let the banks fail. Now, our economy probably would have been cut in half or
Yeah.
something. It could have destabilized us to a point
It'd
where
been
we
a
don't
natural
know.
cycle.
But we would have recovered. So we
Yeah.
should just be coming out of a depression.
yeah.
I mean, if you listen to Gary Vee, he says this all the time. He's like, we ain't paid the piper yet. That's what he likes to say. We haven't paid the piper yet.
Yeah.
So this book's talking about, like, whenever we have to, because, dude, we're all assets are inflated. Real estate,
yeah.
Yeah.
equities, and it's saying how, like, before we got off the gold standard, 1970, if you're making $3.75, it's the equivalent an hour. It's the equivalence of today making $25 an hour.
If we would have stayed on it.
If we would have stayed on it, so the purchasing power. So that's the thing. So these companies are having to buy something to it's not at this point. Bitcoin's not even about. It's less of an investment and more
Safe
of like
haven.
a commodity safe haven
Yeah.
that is going to be, as of today, able to be transferred and you can settle payments
Yeah.
with these stable coins, which that's on the list to talk about. But
Imagine if they go back to, like, not the gold standard, but like using the digital dollar, where you can't print. I mean, I know you got to print, but it'd be a good way to.
you
see what I'm
don't.
saying?
But the thing is,
back-
they don't have to print. The thing is, it's an inflation. The inflation is nothing but an invisible tax
Yeah.
on us. Because here's the thing: what if they had to tax us directly for that money, and everybody had to pay a 50% tax? Well, we'd be like, oh, hell
We're
no.
already paying 50% as it is.
We're probably paying more than 50%.
Yeah.
And we really, like, if you go
Yeah, no,
through
that makes sense, dude.
income tax, property tax, everything from your car tag, which is like $20, but still, and then the tax you pay on consumption, I think it's a little north of 50%.
Yeah.
And if you're self-employed, and or you own a business, it's like 36% minimum, which
I
is
don't know, man. It's like they're printing money like they know. It's like they have a backup plan. Seriously, it's like they don't. I mean, they know they don't care.
No,
Well, I mean,
no,
they-
dude, they don't have a back.
Yeah, so they're
Here's the
trying
thing,
to print
they
their way out of
can't.
it.
So one of the provisions in the stimulus bill was like, this is the last time.
Really?
Now, whether they adhere to that or not, who knows? But
last time for this this corona
Well,
stuff or in general?
that's the thing. I think in general, because they can't. If they raise interest rates right now, people. The thing
Everything's
is,
gonna
everything,
crash.
all the money circulating right now,
Yeah.
and the stuff people are buying, it's all on credit, and I don't mean like on credit cards. I mean, like credit from the last 10 years, and like this ball's just still
Yeah.
rolling and getting bigger. So you think you have the student loan crisis, you have these mortgages, dude,
Dude, the
people
real estate market is definitely in a bubble because of all
yes,
this.
Yeah.
yes.
It's like we didn't learn anything from 2008.
Dude, a house around the corner here in this
Yeah.
neighborhood sold for $220,000.
Which I guess is better to own a house than you pay more for it than the
No.
So,
No,
but
it's pretty
the
terrible
thing is,
idea.
what happens if you go into hyperinflation?
Yeah.
And then like your dollars are worth, because the debt still has to be paid. So, but what if like you have something like that happen in Germany, where like it's like literally $1 trillion Deutschmarks or whatever they were that after World War II to buy a loaf of bread. Like people were literally walking with like wheelbarrows full
like
of
Venezuela,
money.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can't let that happen, because then like it's the end. They can't
Is
let
that why they're trying to go ahead and get this USDC in place and rolling, so that way they can peg that to?
Yeah,
They can say
it'll
it's
solve the
$1.
problem. Seriously, if the country ever goes to a stable coin, it'll stop the problem, because all these like economic catastrophe, these black swans, the markets are just too volatile. But if you have a safe peg over here, it'll keep hyperinflation.
Well, I mean, they can
deflation.
peg it to whatever they want. Then.
Right, yeah, but the thing is, if they back it, if it, you know what I'm saying, like they're
Yeah.
making these stable coins that are getting regulated now. It's kind of ironic. They can print money, but then they're making these guys be back 1-to-1, which is crazy. But that's how the gold standard,
Yeah.
but it's 1-to-1 to $1.
right. Which
Like
that's the
Tether
problem.
is
Right,
1-to-1
no.
to $1.
Yeah, but if it's actually back though, that's better than just printing. And
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? There should be a cap, and that could almost be a new gold standard, really. Honestly, if they could ever, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's gonna
But it would catch up, like you're saying.
well, the people who suffer here, it's not gonna be. It's gonna be poor middle class people
Yeah.
that
It
suffer.
always is.
Yeah, and people like I was talking to a buddy of mine who's kind of left, and he was like saying like, how all these billionaires have gotten richer. It's like, well, yeah, dude, they shut down every small business in the world minus Walmart. I mean, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah,
and
Amazon
all
killed
these,
people.
this is just cheap money. It's super cheap. I mean, we're heading into negative interest rates where we have to pay the bank to hold our money. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I mean, stop using,
yeah.
stop using the bank.
Yeah, I ain't worried about that.
The banks are going digital.
They sure are. Which that's a great segue there, Jai Money.
Crypto.
So, what just happened was golly, let me find it.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the OCC.
Yeah.
The Twitter?
Yeah, they're
Just type in OCC.
the
to search.
OCC. Yeah. Okay. So the OCC just told U.S. banks that they must treat permissionless open source blockchains like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and EOS the same way that
You
they.
said EOS?
Yes. Yes. Yes, I did say EOS.
I wonder why they brought that into the conversation.
Well,
Anyway, let's keep going.
they treat it like Swift, ACH, and Fedwire. I mean, here's the thing: how long have we been battling
Dude,
the legitimacy?
They've
of
known this
this
the whole
technology?
time. I'm telling you, the
Oh, I
digital
know.
dollar is coming like out of nowhere.
Well, they know it.
Well, yeah,
The
they
thing
know.
is,
That's why
we
they're making-
don't know it,
Well, they
but
wanna
we
s-
know it.
They've probably been buying Bitcoin too.
Well, that's why we're starting to see this rapid
Unless the
increase.
CIA's behind Bitcoin, and they planned
Unless
this
the
whole time. What a great
made Bitcoin.
No.
dude! I know that's
I hope they did. I don't care. I honest to God, I don't care who made it.
Yes, genius.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why. Yeah,
It's the
that's-
best
they
money
did
ever made. I mean, gold's awesome. Thank you, God. Literally, God. But Bitcoin is, it has all the qualities of the best money.
Yeah,
And dude,
It's giving free people hope.
it is giving free people hope. So, and so this book, it talks about like you can't have a free society where you
Dow
have,
book?
huh?
The Dow book?
The Tao of Capital.
Dow of Capital. By who?
Oh gosh, I can't. Spitzenagel.
Oh, okay.
Spitznagel.
German?
Dude, it's one of the best economic books I've ever read in my life. I mean, last night, but it's like, it's terrifying because I'm reading about this last night, like this whole cycle of how this stuff works. Which, I mean, you know, it's one of those things you read over and over, and then like you're laying in bed at 10:45 at night and you start sweating and getting anxiety, and because you're like, you know, we're living through this.
Yeah.
just play it smart, man. You'll come out smelling like roses.
Well, that's the thing. If you do play it smart and you get in good position, there are
That's what I want crypto to be.
I want to cash out and have my USD sitting there ready
Some
to go
dry powder.
when the economy crashes.
yeah.
So you can scoop up.
Now,
Anything for
when
you.
that happens, I don't know, but you better have some dry powder, or because I don't even know. Because I was thinking, I was like, okay, so even if you like owned your house outright, or
I don't
you,
care about my house.
well, I'm just saying, like from a leverage standpoint, like I don't even know if like when this happens, because they're not going to. I just don't know if they're going to print like this again to stimulate the economy.
Yeah.
Because these people are convinced that inflation is what drives an economy. That's not what drives an economy.
Man,
And it's, you know, when this happens, if we are prepared, or whoever's prepared, I mean, there's going to be a golden opportunity.
Yeah.
And
That's what you got to get ready for.
but the thing is, you could see even
That's a stepping
more
stone.
the widening of the gap between the haves and the have-nots. And I'm talking about like these people with just stupid, but crypto could be that bridge, a peaceful transition of the have-nots having a chance to level the playing field
Yeah.
with a sound currency.
and it's just crazy not to get in it right now. That's the way I see it. I mean,
Or-
you might lose it all, you might make millions, but to not participate is
Dude, at this point, there's too much positive information
Yeah.
from a regulatory standpoint, from
to green light it. Yeah,
from people and institutions buying. I mean, there's too many positive.
happening.
Yeah,
Finally, after 3 years, it's either the
been a long
U.S. Gets on the train, which is obviously that's what they're doing, or
Yeah,
we
they're
lose
getting towards
we
it.
lose the innovations.
Well, I think today was a big day
That's
for
a
the
big step.
U.S.
Yeah.
Huge step.
Brian Brooks or
It was in
whatever,
every Telegram
the
chat.
Brooks guy is the active controller or whatever.
Yeah.
That's Muchin's right hand guy. He's straight from Coinbase. You
Yeah.
know that, right?
Oh yeah.
Left Coinbase. He was the vice president of Coinbase and went to be Muchin's. Why do you think they hired him? You think they hired Brooks just to hire him because he was at Coinbase? No, they know he knows the tech,
Yeah.
and they know that the digital dollar has to be made, and all this is coming. What a better person to have. That's why you're seeing all this stuff happen, is because of that guy. They know.
We'll see. Coinbase.
And it's positive being, American, like seeing at least they know what's coming, because if not, we're going, like I said, we're going to lose
Yeah.
we're gonna,
We're behind the 8 ball.
Well,
We've always been
this
first in
is,
innovation.
I was about to say, this is the
Always.
land of entrepreneurs and
right,
innovators.
and they know that now.
Well, it can be made difficult to do business here. I mean, Peter Schiff, he's got a great little spiel on the internet about, like, he wants to do business here, but the regulations make it impossible for him.
Yeah.
He says, like, I can go to freaking India, outsource everything to India. It's
Yeah.
just super cheap, and it just makes it
it's-
hard. But it's in the taxes and
What's-
stuff.
The not trying to interrupt you. What's your EOS? You're talking about earlier tonight on EOS.
So
The
Brendan
program-
Bloomer, the CEO of Block One, who
Yeah.
Block One launched EOS. Now they've
This is one of our coins of the year.
Yeah. This is one we've watched pretty closely.
Nobody's really talking about it just because they've been building. But
Yeah.
according to this guy right here.
It's in the top 20. It's in the majors, top 20
And
majors.
so, what are you talking about? The programmable finance?
Yeah.
What was that? You know, because
So-
DeFi is a big deal right now.
They've been building a product for it's over a year now, and they haven't released it. It's going to be on EOS, and what it's going to be. So there's DeFi,
Yeah.
decentralized finance. They are bringing to the table something called ProFi, which is programmable finance. What that is, I
God,
have
it sounds amazing, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited about it. But the whole thing has been they are making sure that they are compliant.
Yeah, that's smart.
because they don't want to go through what we see Ripple going
man,
through.
Ripple, man, it's getting killed.
Well, and dude, this whole bank thing, Ripple's whole thing was supposed to be the rails between the banks, but now it's like,
The bank's new.
well, the banks are like, if they can settle, you know,
With
if
US
you can
dollar
settle
coin,
payments,
why do I need Ripple?
exactly.
You know?
If you can settle with stable coins,
Yeah.
think if you could pay, and that's what's coming, dude.
See,
you can
Ripple
pay
is-
your debts with friggin' stable coins.
Yeah, it's a genius idea. It's just frictionless, man.
I know.
So EOS Profile, be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, so that's coming, but dude, they have been talking with regulators.
Yeah, that's what you want to see,
For
especially if you're
years.
invested.
Yeah,
You know?
and also, so people are fudding on EOS and Block One real bad right now, and there's some stuff.
FUD's good. FUD's good. That's one thing I've learned. Crazy as it sounds, when you know a project's
Well,
building.
yeah, I was about to say,
and
when
they're
you know it's
somewhat
legit.
quiet, they just give you enough updates where you can almost tell they're like holding back something.
Yeah,
That's a good sign in my opinion. Because if everybody's all relying about a project, that's probably time you want to sell it.
Yeah.
When everybody's peaked, everybody's so happy about it, and it's next best thing. That's when use the time I sell.
yeah. Well, and there's been a tremendous amount of FUD around EOS since its inception.
Well, it raised so much money, so you get a target on your head right away.
But the thing, they raised money how? They offered it to the public,
And
and
they-
the world
yeah.
bought in.
Right.
I mean, it's not like that's the thing. It was to me the purest fundraising round ever.
Yeah, it was 2
Could
years.
you get into Facebook
year?
1 year?
seed? No, you couldn't get into Facebook
Yeah,
seed.
you're
Neither
right.
could I. We're not accredited investors. This
Yet.
was the yet. I like that.
Yeah.
Yet, but they
Digital Edge LLC.
find us downtown.
Digital Edge Capital.
There you go.
You can go to our gym, digital gym, where you just
All right,
stand
so
there
EOS
and
Profile,
lift
keep
virtually
Keep an eye out for that.
on the blockchain.
EOS
What's some other
Profile.
coins that we're super excited about for this year? Not just short term. Fetch AI, I think, that's been my baby
Yeah,
since
Fetch.
day one. So they have a big Q1 coming up. You got they're on Coinbase custody since April of last year. They're on the most updated list of coins that actually go to Coinbase. They got
They had that candle you sent was pretty nice.
yeah, it's starting to move.
Yeah.
I think it's bottomed out.
I like that,
It
the
popped
whole-
off to 15, 16 cent, and then they go fully decentralized in like one more month. Mainnet 2.0, which
Yeah.
is full decentralized. So every token holder will be governance. It'll turn into a governance token.
Yeah,
So the community will control it basically, and 'cause that's the key with that whole project.
yeah,
They want it to be community ran or whatnot, like everybody's doing now, because you got to be decentralized for right now, and then that's what this whole concept of crypto is about. Get rid of the middleman, let people
transact with
peer-to-peer.
each other.
Right. So
So that's what's interesting, kind of about the banks. It's like I don't know where they're going to fit into that equation.
they're not. Your local banks are. I mean, you'll have your grandpa and your dad and all that still using it for your checking and all that. But
Yeah.
for the majority, I think in the next maybe 5 years or less, I don't even think it's going to take that long. You're going to start seeing some of these big names start going completely digital. Because why have all that overhead when
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
can just transact on an app?
Yeah,
You can
It's
offer
just like
that
how
gives them so much
retail
leeway
shopping centers
to give you better
crashed.
interest on hold your money in the accounts.
Yeah.
It's a game changer because there's no overhead, so
Yeah.
they're gonna be able to cut costs by closing down all. I mean, it's jobs lost, but
well, it's like EXP is a real estate company.
Yeah.
And what it's done is there's no brick and mortar EXP. They have one broker per state because every state has their own real estate laws. So one broker, that person makes probably anywhere from 200 to 250,000 a year running the show. Literally one person. And then the agents you sign on, it's totally decentralized.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty
It,
crazy.
So I mean, I don't.
I love it.
There's
I do
no
too.
need for all this waste. Like, not waste. That's people's jobs we're talking about in its essence. But they'll be beneficiaries out of it because they're getting all this yield on your money.
Our society benefits from it in the long run. If you let the technology play out, there's always a displacement of jobs. Always a display.
Yeah, AIs go really in the next couple of years also just destroy a lot of jobs.
The early 1900s, somewhere in the ballpark of 95% of citizens of the United States were all farmers or in the agriculture industry.
Yeah.
3% of the United States citizens are now directly
scary.
involved. No, it's beautiful because
of
machines, technology.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah, I was thinking
evolves.
actual.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worried.
I mean,
yeah.
all those jobs that have been displaced, like, to me, like, people who say, "Oh, it's taking away jobs and stuff," you don't believe in the human spirit and human innovation,
Right.
To be able, like, there's always like crypto. Crypto's crypto's probably created more jobs.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I
See,
mean-
it's like .com all over again, but like not .com. That's it. 2017 was probably I'd compare to like the 2000s.
Yeah.
I think this is like the second wave. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we've talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is gonna be big.
It's gonna
But
be huge.
what are you?
It's gonna be a super
I
cycle.
got KSM pulled up.
KSM?
Kasuma.
Yeah.
A lot of people are big on that.
Yeah, they are low cap, or not low supply.
Yeah. 10 million max.
Don't you have to? You have to fill me in on that. Don't you have to have that if you're a
To
developer?
get onto DOT,
Right.
Polkadot,
People don't realize that yet.
there will be auctions to get onto the network. To like launch your thing on the network and to get in the auctions you have to own KSM, Kasuma. So all these companies that want to work on Polkadot have to buy KSM to have the opportunity to get in the auction.
Polkadot's had a nice run.
And
So, yeah.
Polkadot's top 5.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere.
And just think when it starts hitting on all cylinders, all these companies are going to be scooping.
I'd
up
rather own KSM than DOT, honestly,
Yeah.
from a
Oh,
money
me too.
perspective.
Well,
It's
if
got
that,
much more multiples to it.
Yeah, because
if you have to have it,
Yeah.
if someone wants to
And
develop,
think of
it,
like a huge company might buy.
does
one.
KSM stand for anything?
Kusama.
Yeah, Kasuma. KUSAMA. It's currently 48.
It's $48.
No, it's currently ranked 48. It's $66 at the moment.
I don't think people realize they have to have
They don't yet.
actual. I'd rather not own
Yeah,
any
it's
DOT.
$25 in October.
And
You know,
own
Galaxy, Mike
Yeah,
Novrats
me too.
and them are real big on Polkadot. They
Yeah.
actually left. They
EOS
sold
when it was 8.
left EOS for Polkadot.
Yeah.
And
Well, like I was saying, Gavin Wood left Ethereum to work on Polkadot.
yeah, he was early. He walked into Ethereum headquarters like before it was even. He says it's just a bunch of nerds.
Yeah.
He's like, what is going on here? There's like 25 of them or 30 of them at the time, and somebody's like, yeah, it's only like $7. He's like, $7? And then he's like, I ain't no way this is gonna work or what. He's just kind of like nonchalant. And then he says he gave it thought and he started walking around. And he's like, oh my goodness. And then he went home or whatever. I'm just like paraphrasing here.
Yeah.
And he didn't buy then or something. He started looking at it. Then it went to 14. He's like, goodness gracious.
It's hard to visualize.
And that's
something
when he
so
bought
early.
into Ethereum. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why you see him in DOT because Gavin.
Yeah.
He was one of the
He knows
early
the
guys in
potential.
Ethereum. And that's
And
when.
then what were we talking about earlier? Mainframe.
Yeah.
It's about to start popping this year.
Yes, they have a new DeFi product, right? They totally rebranded, kind of like
Yeah.
Synthetics did. Synthetics used to be Haven Protocol or whatnot,
Yep.
and they realized real quick the DeFi, the way where it was
Oh,
headed, and they instantly changed their whole direction, and now they're a top 20 coin.
Yeah,
So that's what
Mainframe.
Mainframe did. They changed, right? They pivoted.
Yep.
And that was
they've been around since 2017.
Yeah, I remember
They got a lot of big people backing them. So I mean,
Eric Vols.
they could do 50x.
Yeah, I mean, if
100x.
if their product
If it
gains
executes.
traction and total value,
Yeah.
you get all that
with the
Dude,
people
that
behind
really
them, too.
could be a sleeper. And it can happen because, like I said, look at synthetics. They were Haven
Yeah.
Protocol, like
I mean,
literally
it's
a
very
year and a
similar
half
to
ago.
Lind and
Yeah.
Ave,
Yeah.
supply wise, and Lind was under a penny at its all-time low, and it hit $1.
Ave did,
Lind did,
which is Ave now.
yeah,
Is the same supply?
yeah, very
What
similar. supply.
price is Ave?
I don't know. I got mainframe up right now. It is at 0.002, 2/10 of a penny.
Don't be. I need to look into this, man. You know?
Yeah, I mean, if you got a little chunk of change, you could
Yeah, I'll
throw
throw
it there
a
and
little
just
bit at it just to see.
see a year.
A little bit of time to research it.
Might be 10, 20 grand next year.
Never know. I'm telling you, it happened with synthetics. And It
Yeah.
happened with Lind, Ave.
Dude, do you remember costs? You just remind me.
Oh, I remember.
Oh
cost,
God,
yeah.
let's
Dude,
not bring that
I
up.
put
closed down.
$50 into costs in last year, or the last bull run. $50.
Yeah.
It went to $1,500.
Yeah.
You know how much I sold? 0, because I'm an idiot.
And now it's shut down.
God bless.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They had an interesting concept.
Mainframe is ranked 311 right now. Yep.
See,
It
that's
has
where
not pumped.
that's where the gold's at.
It has not pumped like a lot of other coins have in the past couple weeks with Bitcoin. And
Well-
it's got over 1 million volume every day.
What's been pumping are these. Oh man, did y'all see? Oh, there's a country. They're doing something with their central bank with stellar lumens.
Uh-uh.
Yeah,
Ukraine.
Yeah, I was just looking for the recent news.
Golly, that's great. That's how much more bullish can you get if a freaking whole country is about to be built on your blockchain?
Another cool token right now. I just literally got into it. I do own it. A disclaimer: I do own this token. This is not financial advice, as always, but it's called Injective Protocol. It's similar to Synthetic Protocol or whatever, Synthetics, but what they are is a layer 2 platform, allowing gasless transactions, instant settlement, everything, and it's a DEX. It's completely decentralized, and it's gasless, and it's faster transactions, everything. It's interoperable with Polkadot.
Is it already running live?
In like Q2, so like maybe 2 or 3 more months. They already did test net, and what they did is it's a synthetic asset protocol basically. So it mirrors stocks. So like you're gonna be able to trade stocks anywhere in the world without a middleman. So think about that. If you're in Africa, you never had access to the United States
How
market.
do they do that though? Do
So
they have to? Do
they-
they own the stock?
No, it's a synthetic. So that means it duplicates it
Okay.
through price feed oracles. So their oracle they're
Yeah.
using, they have Link.
Just like an API.
Right, they have for real-time pricing, yeah. So they have Link they're using for the Oracle, and then Band protocol for Oracle. They have multiple oracles, so there's never a system failure. And so what makes it unique is it's layer 2, so it's built on like really
The second layer.
right. It's not right. Yeah, exactly. But dude, I'm telling you, man,
That sounds. I mean, that
it's
sounds
really
pretty
cool.
Sweet.
And I was really heavy in synthetics.
What are their competitors?
Synthetics, that's it. And they're not even really going after the same thing, I guess. I can't even think.
INJ.
INJ is the symbol, yeah. Injective Protocol is actually going after institutional money. So they've made it like institutional grade DEX that we're all going to be able to access also. It'll be like Uniswap on steroids, like you've never seen before. But yeah, I don't know, there's so many stuff out there, man.
For stocks only, mirroring stocks.
No, long and trading, or longs, shorts, margin trading, you know, the whole 9 yards. It's everything.
What's it
Crypto's
built
gonna be
on?
on there.
What's it built on?
It's built on, it's their platform. But
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. It's interoperable with Polkadot and
Moonbeam.
They're using Moonbeam to get to the cross chain to Polkadot,
Yeah. Okay.
and so they're able to. Yeah, it's crazy. It really
Yeah.
is. But they're not just set to ETH.
They're
And you see
ranked-
wit's happened to ETH.
They're ranked 163 right now.
Oh, it's moving up. Yeah,
At 449 price.
yeah. I think it's go.
It's only 60 million market cap.
I think it'll be top 100 next time we have a meeting. And
That's a
then-
bold statement, boy.
That's next
Mm,
week,
yeah,
man.
I mean, synthetics is worth.
That's in like 3 days.
yeah.
Yeah, I believe it. But I did it.
Man, it hadn't really pumped yet either.
No, it's only 13 million circulating supply right now.
Well, I mean, it's 3x since
Yeah, I'm set until it launched.
month.
But yeah, you got Binance back, and you got Pantera Capital, which was real big into ICX back in the day. Pantera is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has serious backers. That's another good one to watch. I mean, there's a ton of good ones out
Why
there.
didn't you bring this up at 68 cents 2 months ago?
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
They're really-
There's just so many out there. It's hard
It
to.
is hard to find them.
And then you start comparing them, like how many competitors they have in the marketplace, which in this case is literally just synthetics, and it's
Yeah.
not even a competitor because synthetics is a layer 1, and so they're gonna have problems, just like Uniswap, ETH, because ETH is just slow.
Dude, ETH's getting ate up right
If
now.
you're on if your platform's built on ETH and there's a lot of transactions, good luck. Look at Uniswap, $70 transaction fees just to make a trade.
I know. That's why I don't.
spent $400.
That's why I don't
I spent
use it.
$400 the other day on Uniswap just making trades to get stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
$400.
$400
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
That's a lot of money.
just to buy stuff.
Yeah. See, that's the thing that most people aren't going to deal with.
No,
That's dude,
what these are for.
Well, EOS, zero
Profit, man.
transaction. Well, no,
it's
dude,
gasless
they
also.
have DeFi. They have
Yeah.
DeFi. There's something called Box.
Yeah,
Dude, it's just like Uniswap. You go on, you don't pay a fee.
that's their like Uniswap.
But are
I
the
guess.
multiples? You can't get the same.
Well,
type
that's
multiples.
Right,
That's
We're
the-
talking about
that's the
60 million
whole-
market cap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
probably go to $5 billion in a bull run.
Yeah.
If it does anything like I think it can do, and that's coming from somebody that was diehard synthetics for the past like month.
Yeah.
I dabbled in
That's an older coin too.
synthetics.
No, INJ.
Like 2 months old. Yeah.
No, I thought it was
Or
older than that.
October. They've been building on it since 2018, so they're all from
Yeah,
Stanford
that's
and
what I
Harvard.
meant, Yeah.
Yeah, Harvard guys and Stanford.
Eh.
I remember the launch.
But yeah,
Of
and
course
they
the
have
bot ruined
one
it,
of
like
their
always.
advisors is the Polkadot guy, not Gavin Wood, but the other one. Anyways, that's just something to
So
watch.
Gavin Wood.
Those are a few coins y'all can monitor.
Take them for what they're worth.
I'm sure we'll bring them up again.
Or not. We might be.
We'll probably be on to something else next week.
They,
But that's what's trending right now for sure.
yeah.
Well,
It's
there's
gonna
just
be-
so much.
It's gonna be an exciting
EOS.
next few weeks.
EOS. I'm super long on.
So
I
our
mean,
4 coins tonight that people need to watch is EOS, KSM, Kusama. Got to have it to get on DOT if you're a developer. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's why.
I rather own,
That's why people in our chat are so bullish.
right.
on
I'd
it.
rather own KSM than DOT
Yeah.
all day.
Oh yeah.
Fetch.
Yeah.
Big
Fetch.
quarter with him. We just need that Tesla partnership,
Yeah.
Then,
That'll be game over.
yeah.
Metal
Or
X.
Metal X, yeah, dude. Trading competition starts this week, most likely. And it's on Binance Chain. I'm calling it now. Metal X will be on Binance. Knock on wood. Within a month.
I hope you're right.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
That's a solid coin that just needs some liquidity.
Yeah, and just.
Get
Well,
some
they've been
daily
building it, so
volume.
they're just building the product first.
Yeah,
Like most
yeah.
people try
Before
to shield
hyping it.
Right. So most companies back like 27, they hype
Oh,
it, then
just-
build it.
yeah.
They don't even, it ain't even built. They just hype it.
They just put a
Yeah.
white paper out.
These guys are all about the tech and product first, and then you do your marketing.
Yeah,
how it
that's
should be.
important.
And
Well,
then-
we are in a way more mature space.
Yeah, I agree. People learn their lesson.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
We learned our lesson. We have to, I think that we should probably say this every podcast. Take profits.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
never a bad idea to take profits.
I agree.
And we've all got to get better with that. I mean, it's such an emotional game.
it's hard to take profits in the start of a bull run.
My take
Oh,
profits,
right now.
My take profits means convert to Bitcoin or ETH,
Oh, yeah.
not
yeah.
USD.
No.
Yep.
That's what I mean when I say profits.
Yeah.
USDC, man.
Until
USDC,
I hit
baby.
my target.
Your
saw
bank
an
take it.
reveal.
That's clutch,
Dude, if
dude.
my
That
bank
just-
starts taking USDC,
Dude, the
I'll
whole-
start paying my freaking
Well, they are
mortgage.
the bank. Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
I
That's
know.
what that law. That's what they're. That's what's the crazy. You're
That
gonna be able
is
to trade
crazy.
right into it, man. It's crazy.
It's like, look, Bitcoin's
That was a
at-
huge move. People don't even realize
Five.
it yet.
Well, dude, did y'all read that
I don't
thread
know.
that I sent to the group? To like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
guy says in it, he says the significance of this
Not
is
be under.
yeah,
Yeah,
or
dude, you can
something.
go from trading stocks now because that's what all these synthetics are doing, and they're decentralized. You can be able to trade stocks same day if you want to cash out and go on a trip. You just cash that straight to US dollar coin and pay with the US dollar
Yeah.
coin wherever you're going. Every website's going to take it. I mean, dude,
Yeah,
it's
that's
genius.
nuts.
Instant transactions
yeah.
from the tech world to I don't know. Anyways, that's
All right,
all we
we're
got for
We're gonna
tonight.
go and wrap it up tonight.
You sure?
Yeah, we could. Well, I mean, we could talk for hours.
It's crazy times.
We're gonna continue to talk for another hour after this, just without the mic in the video. But yeah, Where we at? Let's give a market update real quick at the end.
All right.
Let's see. Bitcoin is at $32,017.93.
Depends.
Ethereum's at $1,063, and Tether's slacking at 98 cents.
EOS stablecoin is at 279.
Yeah, nobody ain't worry about that.
God bless.
All right, guys. Like always, if you got any questions or comments, drop them below. We'll try and get them answered on the next show. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all have a good night. See ya.